So, a couple of practical issues with the case. So, it has place for silica gel, but it's underneath the baseboards, and in this particular case, you have to lift them to check to put the silica gel in. If you want to change that, obviously, all of the objects need to come out. Quite common issue with cases is we've got space under here where dust will build up. There's a lot of dust on the floor from people's feet, and that will attract insect pests and also potentially make mould more likely. So it's actually being able to clean around and under cases is very important. From a maintenance point of view, we need to ensure that these seals are working well, and there's a tendency for them to pull away at the top and bottom, and maybe at a certain point, maybe 10 years on, they'll need replacing. And then we have the lighting in the top, which we're going to need to access. In this instance, there's a hatch on top that can be opened, and we can get to the lighting without having to open the case. So with this kind of case, we have a wooden frame, and wood with age will warp and deform, which will make it more leaky. As we saw, the door opens on a hinge, it opens all the way, which means we have full access to the case for putting things in. But with those kind of doors, they tend to sink with age, they move on the hinges, and the case becomes more leaky, less airtight, which means it's more difficult to control relative humidity inside of it, and also that dust gets in. The fact the case is made out of wood does mean we get a bit of relative humidity buffering, but it also illustrates the fact that if we wanted to make a decision about whether we needed to refit this case or not, what we'd really want to do is measure the RH inside there for a period before we'd be able to make that decision. Okay, so with this kind of door mechanism where we have two glass plates that slide against each other when unlocked, essentially it's almost impossible to seal this properly. You're always going to have gaps, it's always going to allow the ingress of a lot of dust and relative humidity. We're talking about dust protection, and a couple of issues. One is the importance of cleaning on top of cases, but also if you have a case with a door such as this, which hinges, because we've got a flat surface, there's a dust trap here, so the tendency is when you open the door, all of that dust can get into the case. So that's just something to watch.